probability, it's definitely zero that President William Samoei Ruto will be re-elected if ODM fields a candidate in the 2027 presidency. Why am I saying so? Today, the ODM Central Committee did a meeting that a press was led by Secretary General Edwin Sifuna, who has always maintained that in 2027, ODM is going to field a candidate for presidency. This is it.
President Ruto was declared president by a margin of 200,000 votes. All RAILA needs to do, all ODM needs to do is to keep all its constituencies. We have not lost any of our constituencies.
Okay.
He has lost almost half of his constituency in Mount Kenya.
Okay.
How do you then support somebody? How do you help somebody when you can help yourself? That is something that does not make any sense.
That's why I saw.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in this analysis, we want to look into why ODM still insists that it will field a presidential candidate in 2027 amidst the fact that there are rumors or there are high chances that they are going to form a coalition with the UDA. And a coalition with the UDA means that there is no way ODM can field a presidential candidate. But if you're watching this channel for the first time, take a second to subscribe to our channel so that we can grow together. And without further ado, let's get into it. The reason number one is that ODM in 2021, before the 2022 general election, made the biggest mistake of joining the handshake government. And by joining the handshake government that was getting unpopular, they lost the trust they had with the people that cost them the election in 2022, the general election. If ODM had maintained the opposition in 2022, before 2022, then there were high chances that they were going to be re-elected, because the difference between RAILA Odinga and William Samoei Ruto was about 200,000 votes only. So the reason number one is that ODM is trying not to make the mistake they made in 2022. As much as they have donated some of its people to work with government, they want to try and distance themselves from things that are happening in government, bad things that they might be associated with as a party. Remember, right now there are a lot of things going, and they're trying to put themselves as a party far from those happenings, so that at least their supporters can be maintained. The reason number two, ladies and gentlemen, is that RAILA Odinga is running for the AUC position, and there is a high possibility that in an election like that, you can either win or lose. And if it's worst case scenario that RAILA Odinga loses, then there is a probability that RAILA Odinga will run for presidency again. So ODM is trying to maintain its solid block and trying to keep their supporters that our stand says that we'll have a presidential candidate. That's if RAILA Odinga loses the AUC position, so that he can regain back his strongholds easily, and his constituents will support him in the 2027 bid against Ruto and the side or coalition, that other coalitions that will be formed. Number three is that ODM party believes that it's the strongest party in Kenya right now. In 2022, they lost only with 200,000 votes. And as things stand right now, they have not lost any of their constituents. If they run for election, the chance that they will get the same numbers as they got in 2022, or close to those numbers, is very high. And they know that their closest competitor, who was President Ruto in the 2022 general election, is losing popularity in the country. So if they stand against Ruto, there is a high possibility that they will win an election. That's the biggest thing they are bidding on, that if they will consider that their mathematics can work for them and they can win the election, they will field a candidate in the 2027 general election, and there will be a very, very strong competition. Remember that the Mount Kenya already is gone, and President Ruto is now depending on the RAILA Odinga constituents to win to the second term. So if ODM pulls back with its strongholds, the coast, the western region, and the the Nyanza region, then is going to remain very strong and is going to get the numbers. I mean, the fact that the Mount Kenya region now cannot work with President Ruto, even if you try to convince them as you can. And ladies and gentlemen, those I also believe are the things that made ODM have a stand that they will fill a candidate in the 2027 general election. You can tell me what you think in the comment section. In the comment section, otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, those only but my opinion. You can tell me your opinion in the comment section. I'll take my time to respond to it.